Cinema Peeps. Long time no see. Okay.
So today we'd like to present to you a short film that we made in 2018 called There Is More to Life. This originally was in the film festival for the Godman Film Festival circuit of 2018. So a little background about the festival itself. So as the name suggests, it is you have to make a film in 1 minute. And now typically these films are screened during transit rides, and I think one year it was at public libraries, but basically because of where the movies are played, there is no audio allowed. So it's kind of like an extra challenge on top of trying to make a story in 1 minute. We've been doing it for a couple years now, but it's a challenge that I personally enjoy. I believe Kendra also enjoys as well. It's just, fun to try to think outside the box and try to make a short film without any audio. And again, make a coherent story in 1 minute. But enough gabbing. We'd like to present to you There Is More to Life. And after you see the film, we will chat a little bit about it and the experience that we had making it. Okay? See you in a minute. Bye.
So we hope you guys enjoyed our little short film there. There's More to Life. But yeah, right now we're just going to kind of give you a little background about the inspiration behind it, and maybe we'll show some behind the scenes photos or whatever. Yeah. So Kaylee, why don't you start?
If I remember correctly, because it has been 2 years, I know we definitely, obviously, as you saw in the film, the root of the idea is that, we don't always have to be plugged in all the time, and that you can experience more in life around you. And there's just things, sometimes you just don't see them because you're not really looking for them, But yeah, so I think in the beginning, that was always our intention, at least the story. I know we were actually going to incorporate more foresty, I know there was talks of forest spirits and potentially a bigger creature at play, but again, with the 1 minute constraint, it was too much. So we did cut a couple things out, but in the end, really, I think it's a fantastic, quick minute story. And I think told well, and I think that's kind of what we want at the end of the day. Obviously you want to add as much as you can to these films, but I think for both of us is if the message does not come, if you cannot understand it, then in a sense, I think we failed,
Yeah. I think too, it's easier to convey more emotion and expression when you have real people in your short film, and obviously some other contestants did that with their short films, but being that our idea was we wanted to kind of do more of a puppeteer stop motion type film, that was the challenge, was trying to figure out how we could convey emotion and expression with puppets that essentially have no faces. So we had to use kind of more physical aspects and visual aspects.
I think probably this is still a fun project to me, because I just think of all the stuff we kind of made ourselves. Kendra made those stars, which was a fantastic. We cut out the trees. We had this weird joke that we had. So again, we were buying little supplies and stuff, and we were repurposing a lot of stuff, because we made a couple bushes, but we made them out of flowers, I think it was, and we just painted them different colors.
Yeah, I think they were dollar store little flower decorations.
Yeah. And there was one that I think Kendra had painted. She gave it a little red outline to it in green. And then when I was at work, I saw this movie poster for the third How to Train Your Dragon movie, and there was a bush at the bottom And I was like, oh my goodness, it looks like the same thing. And then we had this ongoing joke called Cabbage in the Woods, because it reminded me of a cabbage. It was really funny.
I think that was one of the fun, definitely well, the whole thing was fun, but one of the fun things for sure was, like, going to all the dollar stores or just all the craft places and trying to see, like, what we could use that would, A, be colorful enough, B, would also show up under blacklight, because obviously the whole thing was blacklight. So we definitely had a lot of props that we were testing out with the blacklight, making sure that, you know, it would show up under blacklight. We had highlighters and, like, neon paint, and I think we had, like, these weird, like, things that we got from the dollar store that were, like, finger lights, but they were all different colors, and one of them actually... Do you? Yeah. One of them actually, like, it turned out to be almost like a mini blacklight, so I think we used it for, like, some of the foreground, too, to, like, highlight some areas that maybe weren't getting emphasized by the blacklight, so that was kind of cool.
I think we also used the red one for the campfire, because I think there's a couple shots.
Yeah, you're right.
Of the guy, so we used, like, the little light to and we just kind of flickered our little finger, you know, for a flicker effect. That was also a really cool improvised thing, because we... for the campfire, we just used, like, little tea lights. I think we used 2 tea lights, but we painted the bases black so you couldn't see it, and then we kind of, like, did, like, a depth of field trick so that it looked like it was a bigger fire than it really was. And same with, like, a lot of the stuff that, like, we made, right? Like, to really create a background and stuff to it.
I think I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure I took a video of, like, how our set looked from the front and then, like, from the side, because we basically had, like, layers to it, like it was a little stage almost.
Looks so sexy. So sexy. You know, so sexy. So sexy. There we go.
Oh no.
Get her knocked over a tree. It's all over. Pack it up.
One of the challenges we had was we really wanted to do a bit where we had like water under black light, and we knew that that club soda was something that, like, it glowed under black light. So we had this idea that we wanted to try to, like, incorporate that somehow into our short film. And one of the challenges was trying to figure out how to make this work, because we wanted our little characters to be fishing at the end. That was kind of the thing that brought them together, made them put their phones away, and they were spending quality time together. So we had this fish tank, this old fish tank that I used to have. And we tried to, that was our, like, initial plan, was we were going to fill up this fish tank full of club soda. We had, like, 2-liter bottles of club soda. And then we ran into the problem that that the fish tank actually was broken, so the glass was cracked. And then when we tried to, like, spray seal that closed, the spray sealant actually, like, dried, like, this dark kind of metallic gray color. So, and we needed the whole thing to be, like, transparent so that you could see the water on camera. So we spent a long time, like, trying to fill that up and figure out how to make that work. And then finally, I think we just said, screw it, we're just going to use, like, a casserole tray and fill that up. And I think we kind of lucked out, too, because the reflection of the stars can be seen in the water. So it looks really cool. It kind of, like, worked out that way.
I think, yeah, even thinking back now, because also the casserole dish was so low, it was easier to place our characters and, like, place stuff around it, whereas, like, thinking now, like, trying to cover a whole fish tank would have been a bitch to do, to try to mimic. I think, again, like, that also is one of those times where it's like, oh, something didn't go exactly how we planned it, and yet turned out better than we would have expected, which is awesome. But I remember, like, yeah, we did a little scene where they, like, threw their lines into the lake, and then one of our characters happened to be kind of, like, falling, but on camera it looked like he was, like, fishing. And so we're like, oh, wait, hold, oh, he's doing it! So it looked like, which was, like, complete accident. I think it's still in the short, if I remember correctly. I think we kept it in. Yeah, it was just so funny. Because originally they were just going to sit there, and then it just so happened that one of our characters was just like, nope, too heavy, I'm going to go over. But it looked like he was actually moving, so we ended up using that shot because it was just so funny. And just kind of worked out nicely. I just remember because I had come up for that weekend. Like, we just shot that in a weekend. I, like, came up the Thursday or something, and then Friday either Thursday or Friday, we'd mostly just spent getting the rest of our props, painting in the basement, doing tests and stuff like that. And then we pretty much got it all shot in a day. I think so. I think there was a couple things we had to do the next day, but it wasn't much. And then we pretty much edited it all together in the next couple days after that, which was good because I think it was due like the week of. So, you know, we don't like doing things on time because that's just foolish. But yeah, I just remember overall just like having such a fun weekend. You know, we got to film stuff, and then we would, you know, as our breaks, we would just run out and get ice cream. We got that really good ice cream, the little roll up ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, and we also got milkshakes from Regrub.
Oh, that's
those crazy milkshakes.
That was yummy. But yeah, every time I watch it, I just remember all those good times, and I'm like, wow, this was great. We're so handy. High five. Nailed it.
Yeah, we're very proud of the film, so we hope you guys enjoyed it. I guess we'll maybe talk a little bit about our experience at the Got a Minute Film Festival, because this was the first time that both of us got a film accepted into a festival.
Together, yes.
So yeah, so we finished filming, we edited everything together, we finished it, we sent it off to FAVA, which was the organization that was hosting this Got a Minute Film Festival. We waited a couple of months, and then I got an email from the festival organizer, and and she said, "We regret to inform you that your short film was not selected, yada yada yada." And then I think immediately after that, because didn't I text you first?
So you had texted me. I was about to go into a film, and I was like, "Oh man, that really sucks." And I think you had texted me, he's like, should I ask them why? And I was like, honestly, it couldn't hurt. Because I know for sometimes, like, people are just busy, so they can't really give you a response. But I figured there was no benefit in not asking, you know, if they had time. Yeah, and it's, you know, if you want to improve, right? And so you were like, okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I went to my movie, and then I think either during it or afterwards, I was getting texts and calls from you, and I was like, what is going on? And at first I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, maybe they made a mistake. But I was like, nah. And then I was like, yo, what's up? And you were like, yo, they made a mistake. We're in. I was like
immediately after she emailed me, and she's like, oh, please disregard that last email. I'm so sorry. You actually did get accepted. Your film's accepted into the festival. Congratulations. We can't wait to see you in a couple of months' time or a month's time or whatever it was. And I was like, oh my god, yeah! So yeah, after all that hard work that we did on the film, it was very rewarding to be able to see that email.
Oh, we got in.
And then, yeah, we got in, and then Kaylee came down for the day. Was it just the day you came down?
Yeah. I just came down for the day.
Yep. Yeah, we went to the location of the festival, which was really cool, and then we all got to pile into the theater and watch everybody's short films. Did they screen ours? I don't remember if they actually... I think they only screened the winners, right?
Yes, so even though we had made into the festival, our film got played for the week the festival happened, we unfortunately didn't get any of the prizes. But, no, you know, it was still an accomplishment that we got into the festival.
Just knowing that someone in Calgary or Edmonton got to see our short film on a transit screen or in the library was pretty cool.
Pretty dope. Then afterwards, me, my dad, and Kendra, we went out to dinner. We got to go to the Sherlock Holmes pub, which I was super excited about.
Yeah, I remember you saying you always wanted to go, so I was like, well, let's do it. Oh, I forgot too, we also got a shout out on stage because we mentioned beforehand to the director, or somebody, I think it might have been the director, but we had mentioned that you had come down from Calgary to come see the screenings, and she didn't know that. I guess majority of the people that did come for the screenings were just local to Edmonton. Mm-hmm. So she thought that was really cool and thanked us, was very gracious to Kaylee and her dad for coming down all the way from Calgary to see the screenings and stuff like that.
Heck
so
yeah.
We got a cool shout out on stage from her, so that was pretty neat.
I remember that, yeah.
Yep.
I think we also got mistaken for sisters, and I was like, yeah, we
are.
We'd be sisters.
Totally. Thanks so much for letting us debut our short film for you guys. We really, truly had a lot of fun making it. Sorry for the delay, I guess. It's been a crazy couple of years, just on and off with all the, projects and life, but we've decided to take this time to start releasing some of these short films and projects that we've done. So thanks again for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and share our stuff and comment below. Let us know what you think of the film. Give us some feedback. I guess we'll see you guys in the next video.
Goodbye, Cinema Peps.
Bye, Cinema Peeps. We came to take pictures of the sunset. We're getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and what do we need to do, Kaylee?
Get out of nature.
We need to get the F out of nature. Ah! Quick! Burn off the ice cream!